Hello, everyone, and welcome back to What's Happening Wednesday, the show where you bring you the latest video game and nerd culture news that's making a big splash this week. Let's get started. First up on the list, we have Borderlands. Borderlands 3 came out last Friday, and despite subpar reviews, we think the game is pretty fun. Personally, I haven't played it, but Mackie has at the cricket party, and he says it's really enjoyable and great. Personally, for me, the artwork isn't my style. I don't know exactly what the name is. It popped up right there, though. That's cool. It's whatever they trace everything in black, and I'm just not a big fan of that. But yeah, despite having subpar reviews, still a good game. If you're itching to get back to Hyrule, Nintendo has a new old game coming out by the name of The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. It's a remake of the 1993 game by the same name that came out originally on Game Boy. It's got the same top-down design that we're used to, with a few more features spruced in. Nintendo plans on releasing this September 20th at the AAA price point of $59, as we expect from Nintendo because their games are notoriously pricey for incredibly long. I think Mario Odyssey is still $59.99. I think Mario Kart Deluxe 8 is still $59.99. So if you're expecting to get this game cheaper soon, maybe try out GameStop. We'll talk about that in a few minutes, but I really don't know. So if you're looking for a cheaper game, stay tuned for the next Nintendo piece of news on the list. Dragon Quest fans and fans of RPGs in general, buckle up, because we got 3 new games coming out, kind of four. Dragon Quest fans and fans of RPGs in general, buckle up, because we got 3 new games coming just for you. They're not new, but they're old, but they've been ported to Switch, and that's great. Also, they come at a very cheap price point. We have Dragon Quest, which is the first one in the series, and that's at $4.99. Then we have Dragon Quest II, Luminaries of the Legendary Line, which is $6.49. And then we have Dragon Quest III, which is the Seeds of Salvation, for $12.49. You can get all of those through the Nintendo Store, which is great because you don't have to go and buy a physical copy. Those people who do want the physical copies, I'm sure there are going to be ways to purchase those. As of right now, I've seen a couple things on eBay, but nothing like physical copy wise through like Target or Walmart or your big box brand store. So I'm not too sure how they're going to do this. I assume it's all going to be through Nintendo, and that eBay stuff is just kind of like use at your own risk. But yeah, so if you want a cheaper game, you can get all of those for right around $24 if you include tax, which is great for those who don't want to spend a big buttload of money on an RPG like Legend of Zelda. So that's kind of your budget option. These are still ported over from other mobile games, so they're not like the original Dragon Quest per se. They do have upgraded graphics, so it's not as pixelated, which is great. So if you're into RPGs, or if you're into Dragon Quest, or if you're into both, give it a try. It's only $4.99 to lose. Start at the beginning, guys. That's how we do. That's set to release on the Nintendo Store September 27th, 2019, which is great. That's 2 weeks away. And yeah, so we'll cover that on the first week in November's What's Happening Wednesday. And we'll see how the feedback has been for those games on the Switch. Nintendo is really pumping out these old classic games that have been revamped, and it seems to be working for them. They've remade a lot of games, and it's worked out for them. I'm not saying Nintendo can't create new things, but maybe they should not. Maybe they should just give us all the old stuff now on the Switch. Let's bring back what's a great game that I used to play on Nintendo? Like Dragon Ball Z, the old Game Boy Advance game? Like maybe? I don't know. Let us know in the comments below what game you want brought back. Maybe they'll do it, Get a port of, I don't know, Wii Sports. Anyways, on the next one. For the FPS fans out there, Call of Duty Modern Warfare is the hit game, supposedly, that's coming out this year. It was in the news this past week because the beta was out on PS4, and they did something that surprised everyone who's been following the game, is they put the mini-map back into the game. They made a big deal about taking it out. People were upset initially, but then after hearing the reason why they took it out, they were like, okay, that makes sense, that's fine. Then for the beta, they put it back in. I'm thinking maybe they put it in for testing purposes, because it is a beta after all, to see maybe whether people like the mini-map, whether people don't like the mini-map. I'm sure it's an easy mechanic to put in and take out of the game. I'm thinking that it's going to be more of a, this game mode has a mini-map, this game mode doesn't have a mini-map, and they kind of toy with it that way. Or like kind of how they do with Bare Bones Mosh Pit in Black Ops 4, is that whole playlist doesn't have specialists, so maybe they'll have something similar to that in Modern Warfare. We'll just have to wait and find out. The beta for everybody, not just the PS4 exclusives, which is going to be for Xbox, PS4, and Windows computers, that beta starts this weekend, September 19th, starting at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and download it. The actual game is set to come out October 25th, 2019. It's going to be $59.99. If you really want to go all out, they have their typical like hardened editions and all that stuff where you pay extra and you get extra. But I would suggest, especially with Call of Duties, you don't invest that upfront price unless you like really want the steelbook or whatever, because who knows what they're going to be doing with the season pass this year. Because what would we get with the season pass with Black Ops 4? I couldn't tell you. The zombies map? No, I feel like those are free. I don't know. I really don't know how they did the season pass with Black Ops 4 because it's kind of hard to follow that. Anyways, into our last bit of news, GameStop has leaked, or it has been leaked from GameStop, one of their new remodeled stores introducing this GameStop Cafe. Do we think that this is going to save GameStop? I don't know. They had a reported loss of $449 million last quarter, which is a big loss to take when you're a company that needs to make money, that's probably been taking losses for many quarters before. But what the idea of this new cafe is they have the back room has a bunch of different TVs, like monitors for like league sports kind of things. In the main room of GameStop, you have the normal walls with the games on them, but they're more streamlined, looks a little more clean. Doesn't look as like kind of convoluted the way they do now, where they have some flat and they have some like stacked in. It looked pretty cool the way that they had it color coded with the red, blue, and green for Nintendo, PS4, and Xbox. But yeah, they have a TV in the main room with a couch, and I don't really know how that's gonna work. I don't know if I'm gonna go to GameStop to watch their little like Game Informer stuff. Maybe they'll have tournaments up on the TVs and you can have watch parties there. I'm not too sure how they're gonna do it, but do you think this is enough to save GameStop, or is this kind of their last clutch to stay alive? I'm curious. Personally, I'm all for digital gaming. I just bought an Xbox One S all digital because I don't need to have my discs. I know some people are very particular and want discs. I know Mackie of the Cricket Party, very particular about having the physical copies. I'm good with both. I'm good with none. I'm good with just all digital. Download it, have it wherever I log in. That's fine with me. I don't have to worry about keeping up with a disc or a cartridge or what have you. But let me know in the comments below. Do you think that GameStop's going to stay around? Do enough people buy used games? Would you rather go to GameStop to purchase a new game, or would you rather go to Target or Walmart that's open until 11 o'clock? Is the Power Up Rewards program worth it for you? I don't know. Let us know in the comments down below. That's been all for this What's Happening Wednesday. I've been Original Kaiser, or just Kaiser. Make sure you hit subscribe, you like, hit the bell. I don't know, maybe leave a comment, say the things that I suggested you comment about. That'd be kind of cool. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.